Hello and welcome to another GCSE Computer Science video with me, Mr Goff, for MrGoff.com. This video will focus on the legislation relevant to computer science. The legislation that you need to be aware of that's relevant to computer science is the Data Protection Act, the Computer Misuse Act, the Copyright Designs and Patents Act, and rules around software licensing. The Data Protection Act aims to protect the personal data that we provide to organisations. Every organisation that holds data must register with the Information Commissioner's Office, or ICO for short, and comply with the rules of the Data Protection Act. There are rules about what data firms are allowed to hold and about the rights you have if an organisation holds your data. The rules about data in the Data Protection Act are that data collected must be used fairly and lawfully, for a specific and stated reason, used for the reason it was gathered, kept accurate and up to date, only kept for as long as needed, and sufficiently protected against loss, damage and unauthorised access. A data subject under the Data Protection Act is defined as a person about whom data is stored. As a data subject, you have the right to do the following: find out how your data is used, see the data an organisation holds about you, have data updated if it is not up to date, have data deleted if the organisation no longer has a need to have it, stop an organisation from processing your data, and transfer your data to another organisation. The Computer Misuse Act deals mostly with hacking and defines 3 offences. The first and most basic is a Section 1 offence, unauthorised access to computer material. Simply gaining access without doing anything else is a crime. Section 2 is unauthorised access with the intent to commit or facilitate the commission of further offences. So you've broken into a computer you shouldn't be using or computer system you shouldn't have access to in order to commit further crime. Section 3 deals with unauthorised acts with an intent to impair or a recklessness as to impairing the operation of a computer. The Copyright Designs and Patents Act protects intellectual property rights, for example, movies, books, games and other software. It is illegal to download these from file sharing websites where the creator has not given permission for them to be used. AI is posing new challenges, such as how copyright will deal with issues such as large language models being trained on copyright intellectual properties. One way of classifying software is by its ownership as either open source software or proprietary software. Let's take a closer look at what each of these mean. Open source software is freely available and has no copyright. People are free to view and modify the source code in order to make it better fit their needs, but they must also then share any derivative works that they create. Many programmers can contribute to the development of open source software. This improves it and adds new features over time. On the downside, there may be limited support for open source software, and there is no guarantee that it is thoroughly tested and bug-free. Some well-known examples of open source software include the Linux operating system, the Python programming language, the Moodle virtual learning environment, and the OpenOffice productivity suite. Proprietary software is copyright, so you must pay for a license to use it. It's well tested, and if it's not already bug-free, then patches to fix errors will be made freely available. Proprietary software is generally well supported. It might have a helpline, or it might just have a whole pile of user guides for you to refer to. Features may be updated over time, but likely at an additional cost. This might be maintaining a subscription or having to buy a new version of the software. Cost is the primary downside of proprietary software. However, it may also be limited in the ways that you can customize it for your own uses. Licenses that you buy for proprietary software may be limited to a set number of machines, which is far more limited than open source software, which you can put on any machine you like. Some examples of proprietary software include Microsoft Office, Microsoft Windows, and games that you purchase to play on your computer or console. That brings us to the end of this video on the legislation relevant to computer science. Join me in the next video when I'll be looking at the impacts of digital technology on wider society. Use the resources at mrgoff.com to help you revise computer science. And until next time, it's bye for now.